So you're deep into a science PhD. You know what a journey it is. But as you get closer to graduation, that journey starts to feel like it's leading to a huge crossroads. You're standing there, map in hand, but every single path just looks uncertain. Let's talk about how to find your direction.
If you're feeling this way, you are absolutely not alone. You spent years becoming a world-class expert in something incredibly specific. But then you ask yourself, how does that translate to, well, the rest of my life? It's a massive question, and feeling a little lost is a completely normal, I'd even say necessary part of the process.
All right, so how do we find our way out of the fog? Here's our game plan. We're going to walk through a 5-step journey, pulling from the wisdom of people who've been right where you are. We're going to go from that confusion at the crossroads all the way to building a real, concrete blueprint for your future.
First things first, let's just take a second to appreciate the totally unique space a PhD occupies. It really isn't just a job, is it? It's this rare, kind of protected period in your life that's dedicated almost entirely to deep learning and thinking. It's an incredible privilege, for sure, but it's also a bit of a bubble.
This perspective is so important. You're in this period of just massive intellectual growth, living in a world of pure ideas and discovery. But, all bubbles eventually pop. And when this one does, you have to face what comes next. And for a lot of us, that means looking beyond that ivory tower.
So, why do so many brilliant people decide that academia isn't their forever home? Well, the reasons are usually a mix of practical stuff and some really deep personal feelings. And if any of what we're about to cover sounds familiar, just know that you are in very, very good company.
Okay, first up, the pace. Academic research, well, it moves at the speed of discovery, which can sometimes feel glacial. And if you're someone who really craves faster feedback loops and seeing a more immediate impact, this can be a huge source of frustration.
And then there's the actual work itself. What an honest thing to admit. You can be completely fascinated by the idea of your research, but find that the day-to-day reality of bench work just drains you. A passion for the subject doesn't always mean you have a passion for the process.
And sometimes, it's as simple as that. After years of focusing so deeply on one tiny area, the desire to just explore, to test your skills in a totally new environment, it becomes this powerful pull to leave the ivory tower and just see what else is out there.
So once you decide to make that leap, the path into industry is, well, it's rarely a straight line. Finding that first role is usually this winding journey of applications, interviews, and yeah, let's be honest, a good amount of rejection.
It is so easy to scroll through LinkedIn and just assume that everyone else had this perfect, clear, direct path from A to B. But the reality? It's messy. It's a process of trying a bunch of doors, finding a lot of them locked, and just looking for the one that finally opens. This confusion, it's not failure. It's just part of the hunt.
This right here is such a powerful mindset shift. We're all taught to be afraid of rejection. But what if it's actually useful? A no can be feedback. It can be the universe telling you, hey, this actually isn't the right fit, and you'll probably be happier somewhere else. Rejection isn't a judgment on your worth. It's just a navigation tool.
And that brings us right to the heart of it all. How do you stop just reacting to whatever opportunity comes along and start proactively choosing the right ones? The answer, the real key, is to build your own internal compass by understanding your personal value system.
Seriously, think of it like your internal compass. It's the set of principles that points you toward your own personal true north. So when you're facing a choice, like one job that pays more versus another with an amazing team, your value system is the thing that helps you decide which trade-off is actually worth it for you.
So you've got to figure out your own internal ranking. What really, truly drives you? Is it the money? Is it the thrill of tackling a brand new challenge? Or is it all about the people you work with every single day? There is no right or wrong answer here. There's only the answer that's true for you.
And here's the other thing. What you value isn't set in stone. It's gonna change. When you're early in your career, you might be totally focused on learning, proving yourself, and getting financially stable. But fast forward 10 years, and you might find that what you truly crave is freedom, that emotional connection to your work, and the chance to collaborate with people you genuinely trust and respect. Okay, so let's put all this together. Once you have a handle on your values, you can start building a practical blueprint, a real framework to help you spot the kinds of roles where you are most likely to feel energized and successful.
This is a classic model, but it's a classic for a reason. It's incredibly effective. The ideal career path is right there in the intersection of these three circles. Your PhD gave you a powerful set of skills, that's Circle 1. Your self-reflection helped you figure out what you enjoy, Circle 2. The last piece of the puzzle is lining those up with a real need in the world that someone will pay you to solve.
Now, let's be real. Is any job a perfect 100% overlap of all three circles? Rarely. Every single role is going to have parts you love and parts you just tolerate. But by using your value system as your guide, you can consciously choose the roles that get you the biggest possible chunk of that golden intersection, and you can accept the trade-offs that matter the least to you.
Ultimately, this whole process is about shifting from a place of external expectations, what you think you should do, to one of internal direction, what you know is right for you. It's about building a career that doesn't just look good on a resume, but one that feels right in your gut. So take the time, really figure out your internal compass. Because once you know your true north, you'll be able to navigate any crossroads that comes your way with confidence.